This is macOS Ken.
Apple's next earnings call is set, another bundle of betas, and sending another MacBook to live on a farm. It's Thursday, the 1st of April, 2021. I'm Ken Ray, and this is news from macOS Ken, brought to you by yours truly and sponsored by Mint Mobile. Cut your wireless bill to $15 a month at mintmobile.com/macOSken. This show is also sponsored by Headspace, meditation made simple and made for you. You know how meditation apps are supposed to help you relax? Yeah, Headspace is the first one that I've found that's done that for me. With other apps, I always felt like I was doing it wrong. Headspace is the first one to tell me that there's no right way or wrong way to do it. No meditation app I've tried before has made that so clear. And no app I've tried before has offered so many options. From meditations when you're out and about to quick hits to help you focus in a flash, those are the SOS meditations, to full courses meant to help you build a long-lasting meditation practice. The Headspace approaches to mindfulness can reduce stress, improve sleep, boost focus, and increase your overall sense of well-being. You deserve to feel happier, and Headspace is meditation made simple. Go to headspace.com/macOSken. That's headspace.com/macOSken for a free 1-month trial with access to Headspace's full library of meditations for every situation. This is the best deal offered right now. Head to headspace.com/macOSken today. Business keeps doing businessy things. Mac Rumor says Apple has set day and date for second quarter fiscal year 2021 earnings. That day is Wednesday. The date, the 28th of April. Numbers should hit after the bell, so 1:30 Pacific, 4:30 Eastern. That's in the afternoon, of course. Then half an hour later, Apple CEO Tim Cook and CFO Luca Maestri should hit the phones to read out comments and do Q&A with analysts. Because business keeps doing businessy things. With earnings on the way, you can expect a number of notes from financial analysts assessing their stances on Apple. Kicking off the season, UBS analyst David Vogt. Apple 3.0 posted part of a note Vogt wrote wherein he upped his price target and his rating on shares of the Cupertino company. He's not seeing a super cycle in terms of iPhone, though he thinks sales through fiscal year 2022 should be relatively stable in line with historic demand trends. Where he gets really jazzed is behind the wheel of the anticipated Apple car, or where a wheel would be. That alone could add $14 to earnings per share in his estimation. Of course, that is not alone. There's the iPhone and the other stuff that Apple's into. All of it has Vogt adding $27 to his previous price target. He used Wednesday's note to up his rating on Apple shares from neutral to buy. His price target went from $115 to $142. One factor that'll figure into Apple earnings is app sales. New numbers from App Annie say they are still stellar. TechCrunch highlights the numbers for the recently ended March quarter. According to those, people paid $32 billion last quarter for apps from both the App Store and the Google Play Store. That is a first quarter record, according to the piece. Sales of iOS apps crushed sales on Google Play. The Android seller made an estimated $11 billion in app sales, while its Cupertino counterpart delivered $21 billion in sales on the App Store. While that sort of makes sales sound bad for Google Play, seriously, they sold $11 billion worth of apps. Additionally, year-over-year growth was insane for both platforms. Revenue for each store grew by 40%, according to the report. Wednesday was another big day for betas. Apple Insider ran two pieces on the topic on Wednesday. The first announced the 6th developer betas for iOS and iPadOS 14.5, tvOS 14.5, and watchOS 7.4. The second announced the 6th developer beta of macOS Big Sur 11.3. Now, if you're in the public beta program and wondering how long you'll have to wait, you won't. Within a few hours, Apple Insider had updated both stories, saying that public betas were also available for each build. Now, I try to steer clear of talking too much about features in betas, since those features might not make the final cut. That said, Apple talked to CNET about an upcoming feature on Wednesday, so it's probably safe to hit. According to the report, iOS 14.5 will add 2 new voice options for Siri, and, for the first time, will let users choose which voice they prefer for the digital assistant instead of defaulting to a female voice. In a statement to CNET, Apple said, "We're excited to introduce 2 new Siri voices for English speakers and the option for Siri users to select the voice they want when they set up their device. This is a continuation of Apple's long-standing commitment to diversity and inclusion and products and services that are designed to better reflect the diversity of the world we live in." The voices will be available for English-speaking users around the world, according to the report. Yesterday, we talked about how Apple Maps might help with COVID-related travel guidance in various airports. Now comes word of digital COVID-19 passports from and for the airline industry. According to a piece from Engadget, the International Air Transport Association, or IATA, plans to release a Travel Pass app for iOS in the middle of this month. An Android version will follow, though the piece gave no indication as to when. The app, which IATA has already tried on flights between London and Singapore, lets flyers store verified COVID-19 test results and vaccination certificates on their phones. According to Engadget, starting on the 16th of April, Virgin Atlantic plans to pilot the digital pass on its London to Barbados route. The Caribbean island will accept the app at its border, making it one of the first countries to admit a digital pass instead of paper documentation. More news in a moment, but first a word from Mint Mobile, cutting your wireless bill to as little as $15 a month. You know what's great about Mint Mobile? They say their secret sauce is that they're the first company to sell wireless service online only. They don't have to pay for stores or kiosks, which means you don't have to pay for stores or kiosks. That's how they keep your prices low, and that's great. Personally, I'm into their simplicity. The Mint Mobile app lets me know how much data I have left for the month and when it's going to reset. Now, simple is great, but it's got to be good too. That's why Mint Mobile comes with a 7-day money-back guarantee. Really try it out. Make sure it works as well for you as it does for me. If you're not totally stoked, return it within 7 days for a full refund. And if you are totally stoked, stay with Mint Mobile and start saving. I can't believe how much I used to spend on wireless service. To get your new wireless plan for just $15 a month and get the plan shipped to your door for free, go to mintmobile.com/macOScan. That's MINT, mintmobile.com/macOScan. Cut your wireless bill to $15 a month at mintmobile.com/macOScan. It looks like the Arizona App Store bill has been sacked for the year. In case you're not sure which bill we're talking about, Apple Insider serves up a reminder, quoting that Arizona House Bill 2005, or HB 2005, would have forced Apple and Google to allow developers to bypass their 30% App Store commissions. Apple and Google reportedly began intense lobbying soon after its introduction. That lobbying seems to have worked in the tech company's favor. Now, the state legislator who presented the bill, Republican Representative Regina Cobb, says unless it is brought as a striker, it will need to be reintroduced next year. Quoting Apple Insider again, a striker tries to replace the entire text of a bill to reopen debate without honoring standard deadlines. Cobb cast doubt on such a move bringing back HB 2005 this year. Cobb added that strikers often get negative publicity, and they're not always successful. Things are getting prickly between Apple and a governmental agency in South Korea. Apple Insider says the Korean Fair Trade Commission, or KFTC, is fining Apple Korea and urging the government there to prosecute Apple Korea and an unnamed Apple exec for allegedly hindering an investigation. Apple Insider says the moves follow Apple's settlement of a local antitrust case. If fines and prosecution follow a settlement, I'm not sure the settlement worked out. According to the report, the KFTC says Apple took steps to block its raid of local offices in 2016. A year later, the KFTC alleges the unnamed exec physically attempted to deter a related part of the investigation. Apple denies the allegations, saying we have fully cooperated with KFTC and neither Apple nor any of its employees did anything wrong. We follow the law wherever we operate and strongly disagree with KFTC in this case. We look forward to sharing the facts with the authorities. And finally today, put another MacBook Pro in the pile of obsoletes. Mac Rumors says the late 2012 13-inch MacBook Pro with Retina display has landed on its list of obsolete products. That was Apple's first 13-inch Mac with a Retina display. It followed the first Retina MacBook, the mid-2012 15-inch MacBook Pro, by a few months. According to the report, Apple classifies products that have been discontinued for at least 7 years as obsolete, meaning that they are unable to receive any hardware service from Apple or its service providers. If the news leaves you feeling kind of hosed, seriously, you got almost 9 years out of that machine. I'm going to go listen to Long May You Run. Coming up in a few minutes, Brian Chaffin, editor-in-chief of the Mac Observer, didn't get Internet of Things until he did. Hear about his aha moment on the show in a few minutes. Find it and listen wherever you find and listen to podcasts. macOS Ken, brought to you by me and sponsored by Headspace. Get a free 1-month trial at headspace.com/macOSCan. This show is also sponsored by Mint Mobile. Cut your wireless bill to $15 a month at mintmobile.com/macOSCan. Advertising handled by Backbeat Media, online at backbeatmedia.com. You can reach me a couple of ways. Info at macoscan.com or call 716-780-4080. Until next time, that is news from macOS Ken. I'm Ken Ray.
Ciao.